Hey, it's Adele from Let's Get Inky, and today we're diving into the second journaling video for my new Traveller's Insert, number 4. Yes, number 4. And I thought today we would document Violet's first day at home because, peeps, guess freaking what? Tomorrow she turns 2. Where did that time go? I'll tell you where it went. It went to lockdowns. Her 2 years on Earth have been interesting. If there's anyone else who had either babies during COVID or just before, let me know your experiences and how you've found it, especially if you've had other children outside of this time, because I think this time with Vi was very different. I feel like she hasn't had as much socialization with, friends and family as Archie did. And it's just been, it's been a very different experience. So for this one, I've got a double process video because if you missed the last process video, I am changing my Journal With Me format to have 2 videos in each one now. So that's something to look forward to with this new insert. And I've got these photos and I have to laugh because I think the adjustment from 0 to 1 children was hard. 1 to 2 was quite difficult, I think, because toddlers are fun. And Archie's favourite thing to do was to pretend to drill everything and anything, including his sister's bassinet and often his sister. And so I snapped these 2 photos, and of course we would, remind him to have safe hands and move away and all of that. But I snapped this photo of Archie very gently fixing, apparently, in his words, fixing Violet's bassinet with his little plastic drill that he had. And I just had to capture it because this just started the journey of having a big brother. And, she was introduced to the fun, I think, of that at an early age. I don't have any experience with that because I'm an only child, but from friends who have had older siblings, particularly the brothers, I'm just going to put it out there, particularly having a big brother, I feel like there is a bond between a big brother and a little sister in that the big brother is often annoying and the little sister is also annoying, but in different ways. And we're even seeing that now with Violet and Archie's relationship, growing as they're getting older. It's an interesting dynamic, that's for sure. So I've got this little sticker book and I really love the stickers in it, but I was a bit disappointed in that because it says 16 pages, but really it's just the same 8 pages repeated, and that disappointed me a bit. I was looking forward to a few different designs. I'm also going through is this a Mambi one? I'm thinking possibly. I'm trying to use up some of my sticker books as well, particularly the planner ones. I like to use them in my traveller's notebook because I feel like often they've got some phrases or things like checkpoints and little icons that I can use a bit easier in a traveller's notebook and the way that I decorate them rather than my scrapbook pages. So I like to keep those on hand. And I used my Tombow dual brush marker as always. They're the ones that I always reach for. I actually just bought a few new ones and they were all green. Yep, all of them were green. And the reason for that is because I am about to adventure on some urban sketching. I have a new journal that I'm starting, and once we get out of lockdown, I am going to start urban sketching, which is something completely new and foreign to me, but I'm excited to, find a new journaling activity to try. I'm outlining my brush lettering now with my Pilot G207 pen, and I just feel like it makes it pop. and I do love a title that pops. Those stamps are all from, I think, eBay. I bought them about 7 or 8 years ago, and I want to try and use them up. And I'm quite a fan of the postage stamp. When I was a little girl, I used to collect postage stamps. Are there any other fellow stamp collectors out there? My Nana and Pa would always buy me the new release. Like, they'd pick out one every month. I think the post office released a new set of stamps, and so they would pick one out to buy me, and I'd get like the envelope with the stamp on it, and it was encased in a plastic wrapper that I never dared open. And I think I still have them somewhere lurking in the garage with my other childhood things. All right, so that's page number 1, and now on to page number 2. And again, these are photos of Violet's first day or second day at home, and just the change in dynamic when there's now 2 babies fighting for your attention. It's an adventure. I always use too much tape, just in general. That's just my life motto. But I particularly use too much tape in my traveler's notebooks because I don't trust it. And you shouldn't trust it, because I just did a flip through for Patreon of all of the years that I have documented Christmas. So we went through 7 albums and did a flip, and so many of my original pages have fallen apart. The adhesive has just given up. I feel like that's the noise. If it was to give a noise, it would be like, and I'm going to have to go back and re-adhere all of them. In saying that, the adhesive that I use in this video, I'm not trustworthy of it anymore. I had a few dodgy ones, and they kind of arrived already yellowed, which I don't think is a good sign. So trust your tape and use lots of it, peeps. That's my advice. For this page, I'm using the new Cocoa Vanilla collection these days, and I love it. It's so cozy and cutesy, and all of those little houses and florals, they make me smile. And I have already had to buy second packets of ephemera and stickers because I've already gone through this first pack. I included it in my most recent couch scrapping kit. I'm also cutting out a little inky printable there from, when was that? July's printables, I think, over on Patreon. And I was going to include it, but it was just a little bit too bright. So instead I'm going for some circles. I've got all of these smaller sticker sheets that I'm trying to use up from my stash. And I've been on a real sticker rampage lately, and I'm ruthlessly going through them and using stickers that perhaps I wouldn't first reach for, like on a packet. So you can see that pack of circles back there. The stickers that I love the most, I've already used, and the ones that are left are ones that I like, but they wouldn't be my first, say, the first sticker that I reach for on a pack. And so I'm trying to give those some new life. And then these ones I had forgotten about, and I found a big stash of them. So that's why I'm going through those. But I recently just did a massive couch scrapping marathon. If you follow me over on Instagram, I do share lots of behind the scenes bits and bobs, some inky quill over there if you're a new watcher. And I haven't done the final count, but I think it's about 140 scrapbook pages in about 8 weeks. And I used up over 60 sticker sheets. And it is such a good feeling to finish a sticker sheet and then put the finished sticker packet in a pile, and then every once in a while kind of hold your pile and just go, yeah, I conquered all those sticker sheets. No, just me? Am I the only one that thinks that? Awkward. Now I'm trying to pick a Tombow brush marker colour, and I was going to go for the Pretty Lilac, but I decided to go for this colour. It's like I'd call it like a fluoro salmon, I guess you could say, fluoro salmon, if that's even a correct terminology. And I Decided to put "Let's Chillax Mama" because that was what Archie would always say at this point. So he was almost 3, more than 2.5, but not quite 3, somewhere in between there. And he would always say, "Let's chillax, mama, let's chillax," was his go-to phrase. And so I have that as the title for this page, and then adding some journaling down here. I'm trying to do some more bigger chunks of journaling as well, because once I did the flip through for my insert 3. So if you haven't seen that, I have a music version, which is quicker, and then a long chatty version. Once I did the flip through of insert 3 and then also doubled back and peeked at insert 1, I realised that I enjoyed the big chunks of text, and I perhaps don't do that as often now. So I want to do a bit more of that. Adding some sprinkly bits and a little bit more over here. And then are we going to do jazz hands? Where are the jazz hands? Here they come. Jazz hands. This page is done. So I hope this has been a fun 2-page process video for you to enjoy. P.S. This video is going up in November, but for the months of December and January, I'm actually doing a video every single week on both of my channels. So make sure that you're subscribed and you've got that notification bell on so you know when I upload. But until then, I will celebrate my 2-year-old tomorrow. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.